Hello, my name is Alex with ApeTech Tech Tutorials, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to disable team managed projects from your project. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Drop a like on this video, and if you have any questions about anything that I'm going to be talking about today, make sure you drop a comment below and I will try to address it. And before I jump into the video, let's talk about why you would want to disable a team managed component. So why do you want to do this? Why would you waste your time disabling this feature that is clearly there for a reason? And so the biggest reason is if you want to have tighter control of your Jira, this is one of the things you're going to want to configure. You don't want anybody in your organization to just be able to create projects at will, because if you give someone an inch, they will take the full mile. And a lot of the clients that I work with, their frustration is one of two things. One, they just have an enormous amount of Jira projects, and they're usually all team managed because everybody in their company can just randomly create projects at will. And so if you want to disable that, I'm going to be teaching you in this video, so you're going to want to make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment, because that's going to really help the YouTube algorithm. And then two is a lot of the frustration that I usually get from team members or from clients specifically is Jira sucks. And when I jump into a consultation call and I'm trying to understand why they're frustrated with Jira, it's usually because Jira doesn't do or behave the way they're expecting it to. And the culprit is almost always that they're in a team managed project. So if you want to reduce your long-term headaches, you're going to want to disable future teams from being able to create team managed projects. So let's jump into it, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. All right, so inside your Jira, you're going to come over to your right gear. And again, this is for Jira Cloud. Need not apply to data center or server versions of Jira. So you're going to come into your gear. And another disclaimer here, you must be a full site admin. You cannot do this if you're not a site admin. You cannot do this if you're just a project admin, and you definitely can't do this if you're just a user of Jira. So you're going to want to make sure you are talking to your Jira global administrator, because only they can make this configuration. And so I'm hoping that you are a Jira global administrator, or aka a site admin, and that you too feel the frustration of all these team managed projects that's being created, and you want to get this under control. So let's go take a look. So again, first place we're going to go to is this little gear on the right. You're going to go to system. Once you are in system, you are going to come down to global permissions. Once you are in global permissions, and it does take a second to load here, you can scroll, depending on where you're at, you're going to want to scroll all the way to the bottom. This is usually the place where it's at, the very last item in here. Although depending on the plugins and number of things that you have configured to your Jira environment, you're going to see different permissions here. But the one we're looking for is create team managed projects. And what you're interested in is seeing what's on the right. Most of the clients that they have problems is that they have this create team managed project configured in such a way that all users of their environment can create projects, specifically team managed projects. And this is where teams kind of get into trouble, because somebody has this idea, they go and create a Jira project for whatever, maybe they're building a new product or a new project that they're executing on. And so they go start a new Jira project. It's team managed. It works great because out of the box, team managed projects are great for people just starting out with Jira. If you haven't, go check out my video on company versus team managed projects, and you can kind of understand the differences there. But team managed have a little bit of merit, right? Where if you're completely new to Jira, it's a great way to get started. But once your team gets going and they're scaling and everything's moving and you're growing, the team managed one's going to fall flat on its face and it's just going to handicap you too much. So you really want to be in a company managed project. Those are usually only made by your Jira administrators. And so as a Jira administrator, if you have just a superfluous amount of Jira team managed projects, you're going to want to come in here, and there is a little merit to just leaving the administrators, right? Maybe your site admins to be able to do this power, but you essentially want to come in here, find the one that says Jira software users, and then delete that one. Because if you do that deletion and you basically leave it with only either blank or just your administrators, you're going to have a lot more control in the future, or at least from this point going forward, as to who can or cannot create these team managed projects. So that's it for this video. I really hope that this was beneficial to you. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Again, it really helps. Drop a like on this video, share it with your teams and coworkers. And if you have any questions about anything here, if the interface looks different or whatever, just drop a comment and I'd be more than happy to jump on a call with you or help you out. So I hope that was beneficial. And again, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.